The Hyundai Palisade is smelly, and a bunch of rich people get together in Europe. This is Jay Likes Cars.
You know that Jay likes cars. You know he really likes cars. He also likes guitars and bars, but mostly he just likes cars.
Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Jay Likes Cars. I'm Jay, and I like cars. So let's talk about them. Now, I know that you might have seen this in the news already, that the Hyundai Palisades stinks. Literally. Cars.com buys cars brand new from the dealership. They hold them for a year. They do these investigations with the cars. And about a few weeks in of owning the car, it started to stink inside. There's been reports of it smelling sort of like this garlic odor smell. Odor smell. Obviously, an odor is a smell. So the service director at Hyundai tells them that it's most likely the headrest and they're going to replace the headrest for them. The only problem is 67% of Hyundai's sales in July have been the Hyundai Palisade. So all these people have this brand new $45,000 car that smells. So they're all asking for new headrests. It gets worse than that. Cars.com did their own little investigation for this. They took the headrests out of the car. They isolated them, and the next day they tried to smell them and see what's going on, and they smelled fine. So they take it back to the service dealership. Service dealership pours baking soda and all this kind of stuff in there to see if they can make the seats smell better, and nothing works. So now they're waiting for these brand new headrests to come to see what happens. You can check the whole thing out on Cars.com. I highly recommend the article just because they were the first ones to really report on this. However, there are multiple accounts of this across multiple owners of Hyundai Palisades. And there's literally nothing they can do about it right now. You just have a smelly, expensive car. There are lots of business articles out there suggesting that this is not going to impact Hyundai, that it's only affecting a small portion of the people that actually purchase the car. Even the people that are affected by it don't necessarily mind the smell. All I know is the $45,000 price bracket for midsize SUVs is quite competitive. And at $45,000, are you going to fork out that much cash for a car that could possibly smell like garlic and onions? Now, you may like that. That may be your thing. You may be saying, hey, I was trying to find this air freshener. Problem solved. But for most people, maybe there's other options out there with a $45,000 car that isn't smelly. Am I calling it the Palisades? It's the Palisade. It's the Hyundai Palisade. It's not the Palisades. This is in Illinois. I love Sufjan Stevens. Jay likes Sufjan Stevens. Now, when I say a $45,000 car, of course there are people out there that are going to say, oh, Jay, it's not a $45,000 car. It actually starts less than that. Well, first of all, thank you for watching. Second of all, the Hyundai Palisade that is affected by this seems to be the Hyundai Palisade Limited, which is the $45,000 model with the Napa leather interior. And oddly enough, it seems to be only affecting the lighter colored interior. So maybe get the lower end model, maybe get the SE, or maybe get the Telluride if you can find one. Evidently, that one's not smelly. Anyway, I'm ranting. I want to show you this. So here's a bunch of really rich people lined up on the side of the street. There's a Koenigsegg, 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 McLaren, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Pagani, Rolls-Royce, Bugatti, and Mercedes. Wait, back up. What is a Rolls-Royce doing with this group of people? You ever hear that song, one of these things is not like the other? I just wonder, what is this gathering of cars that I'm looking at? First off, that is an unbelievable amount of Koenigseggs. It must be like every single person that owns one. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right, because evidently I can't even say Palisade versus Palisades correctly. But if you have a $500,000 Rolls-Royce convertible, maybe bring your other car that day. Maybe that guy didn't get the memo. That's the only thing I can think about. Maybe there was a memo of everyone bring their touring vehicles and everyone brought their Koenigseggs instead of the Rolls-Royce. I don't know. I just thought it was odd. Maybe I'm being crazy, but it just doesn't really make sense why that's there. It is pretty crazy to see that many Koenigseggs together, though. I mean, that's a lot of Koenigseggs. Anyway, Tune in next week for more things that I like about cars.
Schneidlu.